Hello, this is Jason Krause again, and I'm coming to you with a couple apps that I think work together really nicely in a classroom situation. The first one is Zite, Z-I-T-E, which is a kind of a feed reading app that generates almost like a digital magazine. And then the other one is another application, which is actually a web app called Instapaper, but the two of them work together really uniquely, and I'm going to show you that. So this is what Zite looks like. And Zite is basically a place where you're going to make a list of different interests that you have, and you're going to be able to click on one of those interests, and it essentially builds you this nice, cool little magazine full of articles and things it's pulled from all over the internet. So it's basically taking blogs of all kinds, bringing them together, and it's pulling it all into one place. What I like about this app is that when you click on something to read, not only will it tell you you've already read it, so if you've read it before, it kind of grays it out so you can tell, I've already been here, but it also gives you this feature right here where you can actually share what you've read, and there's quite a few different choices actually. Evernote, Twitter, Instapaper, Google. I'm going to show you the Instapaper share today, but Facebook is also handy. Twitter is extremely important. So, if you have a classroom set up and maybe they're doing some research, you have them working in a group, you might have them tweet any of the articles that they find that are interesting so that they can all see the tweet. Then if you have students working in different locations, maybe they're at home at night doing this research, and they're tweeting each other basically to find some articles that are of value to them for a project. This is a really good way to do some quick research. And the beautiful part about this is that the research that you do on here is very current. So things that you're actually looking at are articles that are recent. Like this article here is from 3 hours ago. The article down here, again, 3 hours ago. And it's going to give you some really good up-to-date information. But this information, because it's so up-to-date, goes away pretty quickly. So in another couple hours, these pages will look differently. So one of the things you run into is, how do I get back to that information later? So if I'm a student and I came across and I was like, ooh man, Maryland School adds solar array, this is really important to me. In a few hours, that article's gone, and I'm not going to have access to it anymore. So what do I do in order to keep access to it? This is where Instapaper comes in. Instapaper is basically a little tiny website, and it looks just like this. I'm going to have to bring it to the front here. Sorry, there we go. And articles that you would like to read or save for later can simply be posted to it, and it's pretty handy. So what you would do is you would say, I would like to save this to Instapaper, and it says saved, and then when I go to my Instapaper, and I'm going to refresh it here, there's my article, and so now it's there for me to have indefinitely, so it doesn't go away. So I essentially logged all of those. So here's a bunch of articles that I found from my website that are very handy, and I like to go back through and read them, or I like to favorite them and give them a little heart, or I just want to go back to it later. This is how you do that. Now, if you wanted to also do something kind of interesting, you could essentially create an Instapaper account for your classroom. Articles that you find that are related to what you're studying, you would post into this Instapaper. Then you'd have your students log on to this, and then they would have a complete list of articles that you find interesting. This also it creates an RSS feed. And so you can take this RSS feed and put that RSS feed into your website, which would give you the ability to show all of these great articles to your classroom, keep them updated, and it's basically as quick as just clicking one button on your Zite app. I find it's really effective for things like science. So let's see if I can find here's one on climate change, for instance. So these are articles on climate change. You can look at these articles, and then you can forward them into a place on your Instapaper, and now you've got stuff instantly saved. So if I wanted to, again, go for the solar article, I could say Instapaper, and there I have it. And when I refresh it, there it is. It's just that easy. to set it up, very simple. You're going to create an Instapaper account. Then when you're in your Zite app, you're going to create an account when you do this share. Oh, excuse me. When you do this more thing, you would click on one of the services, and then it would give you a chance to activate it by putting in your information. So Instapaper is just a website that you can go to and sign up, 2 seconds, and you're all set. So I hope that's another little trick that you could add to your toolbox. I certainly think it's a great way to do research, and I'm very fond of this app. So have a good day, and I'll hope to see you later.